You already asked that question.
Did I? I wasn't paying attention. Max out defense stats. There's not really a max out for defense, is there?
There is.
Is there?
Yeah.
What?
Well, you can get up to 12 toughness and 12 dexterity. So you can get up to like...
Well, you could get higher, technically.
No, it's max at 12 for all your attributes. So like Rachel's at max wisdom. Your character can't get any more wise, Rachel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought about like just adding the 3 or the 1 to that since it was already good, but I was like, I just want to be really wise.
Well, I think it's cool. I think it's cool to have a character that like specializes in something. So it's like, okay, we need someone who's wise, and it's like, well, luckily we have that.
The wisest.
We need someone to get smacked around with a hammer. Okay,
Me.
we got that. Yeah.
I'm
All
the
right.
wisest, but I have all these.
So next up, we're going to be putting together our Otherworlds Ghost Town characters. So for those that are not aware, Otherworlds Ghost Town is going to be a mini-series in a similar vein of Otherworlds Adventures. We're starting off fresh in this case. We're going to be making new characters. It's going to be taking place on a different world called Dorgan. It is basically kind of this like steampunkish western, not really steampunk, but like western with some technology mixed in. But they're going to be on this this little town where things aren't quite going right, and it's going to have a spooky vibe to it. So
I call Mayor.
The world's a big place, and usually Dorgan isn't about spookiness, but in this area, it very much is. So it's going to be like a Wild West spooky fest.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of is Wow Wow West. Yo, yay cow. No?
Okay.
Will Smith. Anyone?
Fuck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the Will Smith. Okay, let me look up this movie. I'm not going crazy.
But yeah, so that's where we're coming from with this. We haven't gotten to talk too much about the story. I also don't want to like really spoil the story with it. So like, you know, as far as the players go for this one, no one really knows like what the story is going to be about or what's happening, other than the fact that it's going to be like a Wild West spooky fest.
Yeah, Wild West. With Will Smith.
I thought you were going to say Wow Wow Wubsy.
1999. Anyone? It's a steampunk western action comedy film. He actually took this role instead of doing the role
I'm
of
gonna be
the guy
Wow
from
Wow
Matrix.
Wubsy for this.
Wow!
Wow! Oh my God!
Do you even know what Wow Wow Wubsy is?
No. Looking it up.
Once again, uncultured swine.
Fuck off. Wild. What was the other one?
Wow Wow Wubsy.
Oh wait, it's Wow Wow.
Wow Wow Wubsy.
Wubsy Cast. What the? Oh no! Wait, yeah, I know this.
He has like a long tail.
Yeah, long tail. Looks like a dog cat thing.
Okay, for some reason I'm really struggling.
Oh, Tara Strong is in it. Yeah.
Really struggling to find this one document that's very important. Oh, here it is. Okay.
What was it on
I
the
was struggling
back?
this whole time, but I finally found it. It's because I had it entirely abbreviated. I have OWCRB instead of Otherworlds or like Core Rulebook or anything like I was looking for.
Cat dog. Yes.
Okay.
Cat dog. Cat dog. When the world, cat dog. His parent. We don't even know where he really came. They came from.
No.
Cow and chicken. Yes.
Cow.
Cow and chicken.
All right, guys. So, do you know if you're more interested in playing a race that's native to this world, or do you want to be from a different world?
Are cowboys native to this world?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll go through the races real quick. So we have the Besk.
Sorry, excited.
So we have the Besk, which have the unique ability to be able to store food and water into one of their multiple stomachs they have. Yeah, they have two. Okay, anyways. So they can later digest it. They also have spikes on their head. And they also have very tough skin. They're slender humanoid species with tan coarse skin. Despite their naturally small frame, their skin is very tough. They do not tend to grow a lot of hair, aside from females who tend to grow. They tend to grow their hair out, but the guys don't grow hair. So there's that. There is the Dandrick, which have a little quote here. I'm a simple fella. I just wake up, grab my gun, my drink, and have a Fun time.
Yeehaw!
Sounds like that.
Yeah.
You wanna get
I
in the
wanna
way?
do that.
You want to get in the way of my fun time, then we're gonna have problems. I can promise you that much.
Yeehaw!
The Dandrick are brown-furred humanoid creatures with small. They have a dog-like nose, and then they have downward ears.
Snoopy?
Because they're kind of like dog-based. And they have big, bigger hands. So them, and they're gunslingers usually. There's dwarves, which you can be. There are the Da'ari, which some people call them space elves as a thing. They're like blue and purple skin, elf-looking people who are very smart, and they tend to go with logic over emotion as their big thing. You have the elves, which go the opposite way. They go basically all on instinct and like friendship and working together and stuff. They're also natural-born survivalists, and they're good at like adapting. There's also humans, no explanation necessary. The Leogan, giant lion people. Then we have the Ornok, which are basically giant troll people. And by giant, I mean like 8 foot tall, not like 25 foot tall. You can be a robot.
Wait, robots are native?
You can be a robot if you want. Well, not all these are native. I'm just going
Okay.
through all the core races. You can be a vampire,
Ping, ping.
or you can be a Vantikar, which are like dragon people. So do any of those stick out? And I can give you more details on any of those if there's kind of two that you're tossing between.
That simple one. Gun.
Dandrick?
Yes.
Cool. So DANDRIK.
That's my class.
No, that's your race.
Oh, DA.
NDRIK. Cool. And with that, I can go ahead and tell you your abilities
Oh,
and stuff.
my bro.
Oh yeah, and there's also the Phalanx, which are I've heard people compare them to goats, deers, foxes,
What do they
dogs, rabbits. Basically they kangaroos. They're just fun little furry creatures that are nimble and live in treetops. Okay, where am I at here?
What are the stats for elf versus a vampire?
Yeah,
We
well,
can't go outside in the day.
I can definitely get into that, Rachel. Real quick, I will, let's see. So, here's some sample names, Zach. Alico, Bronca, Donic, Hyven, Lucius, Matthias, Rigel.
What about Bronco?
Bronco, sure.
Cool, I'll be Bronco.
No, we actually already have a character named
Oh
Bronco.
yeah, stick
Damn it!
What about Ford Ranger? No. Ooh, what about Blazer?
That can be your nickname.
Okay.
Sure. You can go by Blazer. I doubt you'd be born with that name though.
Hey, you don't know me.
So you're actually a little bit faster than most races. So you actually have 6 speed.
We'll see some real speed.
Average height for this race is 5'5", but you can be a little taller, or a little shorter if you want.
Where would I put that at?
Nowhere. Just something to keep in mind.
Fun fact.
So for you, for your race skills, which you can put here, you get keen senses.
Keen senses.
Good luck spelling that.
Is there a T in senses?
A T. Not senses. Senses.
Okay.
Gain plus TL on perception.
Gain plus TL. What's TL?
Tier level.
Not tier level. 2 senses.
To perception.
2 perception. Where's perception? So I know how to spell it. There it is. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, at least I'm asking instead of.
I mean, as long as you know what you're reading, it's okay if you misspell it, honestly.
Well, I can't read, so. What's the mechanical drawbacks on vampires? Well, you can't go outside, you can't eat garlic, and.
We'll definitely tackle that next.
What is an enemy?
So Pistolero is another ability to get boost. You can spend 1 AP to gain edge on your next handgun.
Can you show me it so I can just write it down? Sorry. Where's it at?
There's all your abilities.
Okay.
So I'll tell everyone watching what his abilities are. So Pistolero gives him a bonus with his handguns. increases his range and his damage. He gets Savagery because he has like a feral animalistic side of him that he can use, which gives him plus 1d6 attack when using his fists. And yeah, and then he gets a bonus to Craft and Perception, and then he can be proficient with playing tabletop games or with Thieves' Tools.
Attack.
So he can be out there outside of a Cracker Barrel playing checkers with people and just just owning them.
Dominating.
Yeah.
I see your king and I jump him.
He's very good at checkers if you can't tell.
Fuck your king.
That's the funniest comment you made all day.
Sir.
You don't even know why.
No. Sir, we're playing chess. Fuck your king. Checkmate, bitches.
No, seriously, we're playing chess.
Will you explain to me at dinner?
Sure.
D6.
What's you guys' impressions so far on the character sheets? I know it's a little bit weird getting used to something since it's actually pretty moved around. It's like the same information, but it is moved around a lot more.
I'm interested to see how the proficiencies work this time. 'Cause sometimes I did like having like a specific number to add to it, because sometimes it can roll really bad.
So I get.
Yeah, no, I did figure that because with Edge you could roll 2 1s and then you get stuck with a 1, whereas if you had +1, then that would automatically be better. Now statistically, because I did look into the statistics of this because I didn't want to throw off the game balance. It turns out it's statistically pretty much even. If anything, there's a slight more of an advantage with this way, but only by like a like 0.8% or something. Statistically, but there's another factor which is how it feels, which is actually a pretty important thing. It could feel worse even if it statistically is the same or better. It's my hope though that it feels better, but I think sometimes it will feel worse, but I think most of the time it will feel better. Because I think most of the time, especially when you roll 2 dice, people will feel better rolling the 2 dice. And you can't, and if you roll 2 dice, you can't, like, it's going to be harder to roll less on 2 dice, yeah.
So I get edge on craft and perception, correct? Or just one?
You get edge on both of those,
Okay.
but since there's an or here for the other proficiencies, you have to choose between those 2.
Game set. Or no, Thieves' Tools.
Okay, so that you would put in your tools here for what you're proficient with. Okay, and then you add a craft. Okay, cool. So we'll go on to the elves and the vampires. To
Now I don't have to pay attention. Wait, that's one check on bingo card. What's the check?
So for those of you that don't know, in our Discord we have bingo cards that you can
It's an
you can
announcement.
get. They're absolutely free. It's in the announcements.
I'll post it in the chat. Give me about 30 seconds.
Alright, cool. So the bingo cards have different things on them, such as whenever Vincent has to explain the rules 3 times to Zach. One is when Rachel lets out an audible gasp. One is when Corey is referred to as the guy on the left.
And he's not here, so that one's like dead today.
Yeah, that one's gonna be hard to pull off, but there's other ones that people can get. So the elves, they believe the world gives them everything that they need. They are, let's see. So they're native to a world called Zepidin, which is kind of like the Australia of the worlds. Like it's the outback that's like super dangerous and weird, and there's crazy terrain, all kinds of wild stuff going on. Also on their homeworld, there is this metal organism.
Sorry, is this for elves or vampires?
The elves.
Okay.
There's this metal organism that lives on things and starts growing and binding to it. So there's like metal trees and like metal like tigers and stuff. And then the elves will kill them and then take that metal and scrap it and build like metal weapons and stuff out of it. They also like ride like a ton of vehicles like around the deserts and stuff. Yeah, like they're very metal.
I was about to say these are very metal elves.
Yeah, they're not typically like they're not like your like Lord of the Rings like we're in the trees and we're staying
I was
to
about to
ourselves.
say it doesn't sound like very elf-like to kill the tigers and take their.
Well, so they're kind of like they're actually very inspired by like Native Americans. So like they will kill like animals, but they will use every part of it. Like and they'll like respect it, but like in that way that they will hunt them, but they will use every part of it, and they would find it disrespectful to just like run over a tiger and like keep going or whatever. So So that's where they're coming from with that. So they get a bonus to dexterity and wisdom, and a penalty to their toughness.
Sounds like me.
The vampires, though. Vampires. Now, and also why they don't really sound too elf-like is because originally they weren't called elves. They looked like elves, but they were called Rachti, which was just like what they. I mean, I named them when I was 16. I actually named all these when I was 16, and they weren't initially meant to be elves. But then I was like, you know what? So many people call them elves. It's way easier to just call them elves. But that's why they're so different. It's because like they weren't made to be like your typical elves, anyways. But you know, they're elves. They're just they're the Otherworlds kind of elves. And the same thing is true for the vampires. Like the vampires aren't your like sparkling vampires from Twilight or your Nosferatu vampires.
I want Edward.
But let's see. So vampires live on the edge of the universe. They inhabit a planet known as Trancel. Most of them thrive at being in the upper class, using their wit, power, and population to overrule others on their planet. They tend to enjoy the finer things in life, and blood is on the top of their list. They use their knowledge of shadows, deceit, and life-draining fangs. They're lethal adversaries. So most of them are like nobles, and they're the ones in charge. There's actually humans on their planet, but they basically use the humans to do all the labor for them.
Trash.
Yeah, they use the humans to like be like maids and laborers and like servants.
Sex
and
slaves?
Stuff. And there's like a gargoyle race too, but they tried to rebel like years ago and they lost the war, and because of that they had to swear their eternal allegiance to them. So like now they protect the nobles and stuff. So there's a whole thing going on with them. But there are some vampires that aren't like noble and they're not snooty and stuff like that. Some of them are trying to change things from the inside and being a part of that. Other ones are more the outcasts and the ones that don't fit in. Maybe they weren't born with that nobility. So they often become mercenaries, assassins for hire. Sometimes they'll leave that world to go to a different world to pick up odd jobs and stuff like that. So that's a possibility as well. The vampires... let's see. They gain bonus to their dexterity and intelligence instead of their dexterity and wisdom, and they also get a penalty to their toughness. So the vampires are more intelligent, whereas the elves are more wise. Outside of that, they play very similarly in terms of like a lot of their like starting builds, but the story and the lore behind both of them are very different. One's almost exclusively in the sun all the time because Zepidin is like a lot in the sun, and then Trancel is like almost always because on Trancel they actually have their sun is blacked out. It's a black sun, and their lore, like their religion says it's a demon that's corrupted their sun and made it black.
Damn demons.
But they have two moons, and the moons actually shed more light on their world than the sun does. And they say that the moons are blessed by two angels that are twins that like give them blessings.
Aww.
Yeah. So like they actually have more light and visibility during that time. Well, also every race on that world, aside from the humans, can see perfectly good in the dark, so they don't care about the black sun. But the humans, they have a very hard time because they're stuck there on that world. Some of them are just trying to make do with what they got, and they're just getting the crap into the stick. So, some of them, not all of them. I mean, and also there used to be a different ruler named King Ravnos. He used to rule with pretty much an iron fist. It was like a terrible, terrible vampire like leader. But then there's a rebellion that was formed by the werefolk and the humans, and they joined together. It's called the Blood Rebellion. They rebelled and went to go overthrow the king. And the commander of the king ended up just killing the king himself. And he was a vampire, and he took over. And the werefolk were pissed off because they lost a ton of their own people to take over. And
it sounds like history to me, though.
The vampires are still back in there. So, but the new vampire in charge, he still has questionable things, but he's much better than the previous guy. And he's actually brothers to Captain Vane, who is the girl that Abby likes.
My
like.
wife.
So that's the brother of her, which you'll find art of her on her stuff. And he actually tells her the reason why she wears the pirate hat and stuff is because he basically hires her to go out and lead a legion of I think they're called privateers is what it's called when they go out to the seas and try to wrangle in pirates, because everyone that was part of the previous like regime, they have tried to flee to the edges of the world and tried to like the only places that they can even be in society now, because they'll be killed on the spot or like captured and like executed, is like if they go to these far off continents where they like divulge into piracy. And so Vane is like tasked to be a privateer with a crew that she assembles by her brother, and to go out there and to rein people in for execution. Yep.
You've been executed.
So, are you feeling more the elf or the vampires?
Like personality-wise, vampire, but everything else, kind of feeling like a elf.
Even skin tone-wise.
I guess I'll be an elf, but like a snobby elf.
Okay.
I like the fruit stuff, okay? I can't just have that tree bark, I have to have tree bark soaked in butter.
And you'll need to come up with a reason why you're on this world, too. And Dante was an elf, you know, so we had an elf in Otherworlds Adventures.
Was he?
Yeah. Never noticed his big old ears?
The only thing I kept seeing was freaking Virgil.
Alright, Rachel. You'll have a speed of 5.
Speed of 5.
You'll be in the center, towards the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah. For your languages, you know Common,
Where's languages?
and your proficiencies over here. You know Common and you know Raw, R-A. And then for yours, you know Common and you know
French.
Dandrin.
Parlez-vous français?
And what was the other one?
Dandrin. Because you're Dandric, so I just made it simple for you. Alright, so Rachel, you get +2 dexterity, +2 wisdom, -2 toughness. So you can just...
Can you say that again? +2 dexterity,
Yeah,
+2
+2
wisdom,
and
plus-
-2 toughness.
-2 toughness.
Oof.
Okay? And then I'll read your abilities to the chat, and then I'll just hand you my phone and let you write it down.
Okay, or you can like copy and paste it and then send it to me in text.
I'll just hand you my phone.
Okay.
So, Wildborn, I will give her edge on wisdom checks. Custom-made weapons, whenever she uses a weapon that she's crafted herself, she gains edge using that. Pathfinder, she gains edge when making any non-combat checks located in any area other than cities. So if you're in any area other than a city, you'll gain edge on anything not combat oriented. Yeah, that's your 3 abilities, and then you get a proficiency with craft and perception.
Craft and perception?
Yep. And then she'll be able to choose between thieves' tools or tinkerer's tools for her tool proficiency.
And do I get both edge and the 1d6, or just
You'll
edge?
just get the first one for right now, but once you get another level up, you can get the 1d6.
Okay. Thanks.
And it's at the top. Alright, so what do you guys think so far? For those of you watching, would you have chosen the elf or vampire, something entirely different?
I would have chose Canadian.
Then you would have been able to speak French, Zach.
Oh, be proof on say, look at that French toast and those French fries and those French women. Oh, those are big guys.
By the way, French fries are amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I love French fries.
Isn't that like 90% of your diet is French
and I
fries?
can't wait to eat French fries today.
Yeah,
So
where are we eating?
I want to eat at Golden Chick since we didn't eat there last. I haven't ate there since the last time we ate there, so I think I'd be good with eating there if you are. I'm not sure. I don't think I heard you say though if you really hated what you got or if you really enjoyed it or if it was okay or.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the mac and cheese.
Okay, cool. So to Golden Chick is where we shall go.
Right across the street.
Don't tell people. Oh my god.
He said that before on stream. He said
I
that
don't
on
know
stream.
about that.
Do not give people your locations on the internet, dude.
Well, at least people don't know the address of the Golden Chick.
It's 555.
I think there's only one golden chick.
No, there's a few.
Okay, cool, good.
But yeah, how are you guys doing today?
Okay, I guess.
I think he was talking to the chat.
Well, I mean, it works for you guys too, if you want.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a few of
doing
them.
well, but I feel like I need some caffeine.
And you haven't heard from Colin?
No.
I got coffee.
I mean, that's your coffee.
Exactly. Back off.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have Facebook. Yeah, that's just wrong.
You got anything?
No. Just stumps tell me to get off Tinder.
I'm excited to do this Otherworlds Ghost Town though, because I have some really cool ideas. And also, every Halloween for years, I've ran some sort of spooky version of an RPG like with Otherworlds.
Oh yeah, we did.
Well, yeah. So the first few years, it was always on the vampire planet. So it was like very much like in the corner pocket of just like, here's all your Halloween spooky stuff. And then for like last year though, it changed because I was like, we're in the city and all stuff, but I had the whole idea of the nightmare realm, and so we did like the nightmare realm aspect. It didn't feel, it felt less Halloween and like more like horror based, but it was still neat for me to try something different. So I appreciated it on that front. I also feel like I did a Halloween campaign years ago, on some different world. I can't remember off the top of my head, but this one would be the first time I did it with this like Western kind of vibe to it, so I'm super excited about that.
So which races are native to where we are again?
The Besk, the Dandrick, and then there's Naga, which aren't a playable race.
Oh, okay.
And then there is the Skazik, which are not yet playable.
Skazik.
Yeah, they're these weird, like, green lizard people that are very quiet. And they're based off of tomberries.
Oh, what about the cactus people?
The cactus people?
Yeah, cactus men. They're not playable. Yeah, well, he's
Oh.
gonna be a kid that dresses up as a cactus man.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You just both are cactus.
Okay. Well, I wasn't thinking of being a cactus person. I just remembered that.
You could
What
be
about a cat person?
You could be a Besk.
Yeah, that's the one I was leaning towards.
You look, kind of look like Keen. She looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Scott Dixon.
A lot of people don't play the Besk, but
Really? Well,
Yeah.
by all means, I'll play a Besk.
yeah, I'd say they're one of the more unpopular. But I think it's because no one knows, like people have more of a connection to vampires and elves and Besk. And so
Yeah.
that makes a Besk.
I guess
yeah.
that makes sense. I don't
Yeah.
know what their names are usually like, because I kind of have a name in my head that I would
You're
like to
welcome.
use, but if it makes no sense for a Besk, then I won't use it.
Let me see. So, and you're up next anyways, Abby. So this works out.
Cool.
You're welcome, Rachel. If I didn't say that, I can't remember if I did, but
I think you did.
okay. So the types of names for female Besk: Beva, Friend, Keen, Lamla, Marve, Ona, Sella, Cinda, Tis, and Yuka.
Okay, so actually the name kind of would work, except that it is like 4 syllables instead of just 2 or 1.
A 4-syllable name. Those are hard to come up with.
Really? I guess they are. I was thinking Arabella. And it kind of has the same like sound to it as some of those other ones.
Okay,
but it's
sure.
just longer.
If you want to go with that, it's fine.
Cool.
Now, Besk tend to be between 4'5" and 5'5",
Okay.
but the females tend to be on the shorter side.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They tend to have a very calm demeanor when they speak, so that works for you too.
Yes.
Their voices don't tend to carry far, so yeah.
Yeah. Besk has 2 S's, right?
Yep. But they mature into their adulthood at the age of 10.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, they grow up fast.
That would be so weird being a parent. It's just like your kid turns 10 years old and they look like a 30-year-old. It's like, happy birthday. And it's like, thanks, Mom.
Those are your
Or
abilities.
like, thanks, Mom.
After she writes down the abilities, I'll cover them for everyone watching, so you know what she has.
She has
as
to
a
wear
Besk.
pants.
That's not an ability, Zach.
Oh, well.
So I couldn't help but notice, but like with this one, there's player name and then name. So for that one, we did like our character's name and then their hero name. What are we like? So this time we're just gonna put our name and then like
yeah.
the character's name.
The issue isn't necessarily with this sheet; it's with the hero sheet. Because on the hero sheet, I didn't have a spot necessarily specific for your hero name.
Okay.
Because like player name on character sheets tends to be like whoever you are.
I think we would also know off of our handwriting.
Yeah. It just tends to be like a standard thing that people have. But yeah, for this one, like that's just like kind of an extra thing there because I didn't need all the space for your tier level, so it's like okay, well we'll just have that there.
Yeah. I don't know what.
So since Rachel's an elf who is dexterous and wise, it might be important for you guys to keep in mind too, like what she has, because you might not want to like override the same types of things. Like you have two proficiencies in things that for wisdom, so like your character would be wise based off of that too, or you just be really bad at what you do.
I'm gonna be very fucking smart.
No, wise, not smart.
Oh.
Wise is it goes more of the street smarts, which I would say you probably at least have a little bit more of that than other. Corey though, he'll be designing a character named Cactus Kid, which I'm excited for.
Do we know that for sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be making that. I don't know much about the character other than it's based off of the Cactus Men, which are like a race of creatures in Otherworlds. They can't speak, but they can make little noises, kind of like Ewoks, I guess. And they look like just like little cactus dudes that run around and they collect nails and try to like stab people with them and stuff. They're very aggressive and hostile and mean. I guess they're kind of comparable to like goblins, but kind of like sillier in kind of the shape of a grunt from Halo. But not as like the grunts in Halo are being forced to fight against their will and they're terrified the whole time, whereas that's not necessarily the case for the Cactus Men. So do you have any idea for what kind of personality your character is going to have?
I feel like mine is going to be like a saleswoman.
Oh shit.
And I sell all the tools that I make.
So one way that could fit in good for this is Dorgan is known for being very good for like a lot of like small businesses and stuff because like whereas like other places might have it where they have kind of like how here we have like tons of McDonald's or whatever. Like Dorgan, a lot of people have like an independent like entrepreneurial spirit where like they have like their own like kind of like mom and pops places and like stuff. So like that could be a motivation for you wanting to go there because the elves have more of a like a community focus where they're not like focused on like building up their own businesses and stuff. But you could be like, I'm gonna go here because like I want my own business and kind of break away from like being just a part of that whole ecosystem and move here.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that can definitely work. So part of the fun is taking what people's ideas are and finding a way to have it work with everything else, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Zach?
What?
Do you have an idea for your personality? And you guys can evolve your personality as we play, and you guys can kind of change some things around if you want.
Let's see. I don't want to be Brokeback Mountain.
Sorry. What is the ceremonial kit?
It's for like performing like rituals of like if someone has died, you can have a funeral for them. She can be a what's the Undertaker? An Undertaker, not the Undertaker, but an Undertaker.
For some reason I was thinking the Undertaker from Black Butler.
Oh yeah.
Hello, shit.
I am a bitch.
I'm just like a mortician.
Oh, also once we finish this, I have new rules for Here to Slay. That's 2v2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can do me and Zach versus you guys, because I'd feel bad if I stuck Zach with one of you guys.
I
Hey!
actually brought this game because I haven't played it yet.
Exploding Kittens.
Kittens.
Yes!
We can play that too.
Yeah. I have played it once with Matthew, but
He wasn't very fun, was he? He was just like, oh, okay.
Oops, I died. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe I will go with the ceremony, like just for fun. Maybe my character could be like very spiritual and superstitious.
Or your character could just like have like keep like talking about like death as if it's not like a big deal at all. Where it's like someone dies, it's like, hey, I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, if you want, I can like say a prayer or something about it. Like just very like basically like you'd say, I guess, kind of like along the right things, but like you have like absolutely like no empathy about it. Or it's like, oh, it looks like he died. Okay, I guess I'll say a prayer.
Sucks for you.
Well, that sucked. I guess I'll say a prayer. So for her abilities, she has extra stomachs. She can store up to 3 more items in her extra stomachs to be regurgitated during your turn for 1 AP.
3 altogether.
3 more items altogether.
Okay.
She also has an iron gut, which means that she can eat strange oddities that would otherwise be harmful or poisonous, and she does not take damage from eating any type of food, regardless of its age or level of poison. She also gains +2 in natural armor, which also stacks with the armor that she wears, which makes her like potentially the toughest race in the whole game.
What languages do I speak?
You speak Natalicusence. I'm just kidding. No, you speak Common and Beskin.
Beskin.
Yeah, I tried to keep the random like languages very easy. It's like speak Beskin. So like that way you would know. It's like, which language is Beskin? Oh, it's the best race. So just trying to make it as simple as possible when I can, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, just so you know, the Dandrit used to hunt your people, by the way, for food.
Oh. Great.
They had a terrible past, but you know you kind of don't trust people that much.
Is Rachel a Dan?
No,
he is. He is.
Hey, cowboy.
Hey, cowboy. You
Uh,
gotta do it right. Hey, cowboy.
okay.
You were here. Yeah, you were here for that. It was you, me, and Caleb.
Oh, Racty. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. So we're moving past through all the race stuff. Let's see. No, I didn't mean to zoom in. Okay, so now we're going to clash. Okay, everyone roll 66. It's that time again.
No.
Should we go in a different order?
So for those watching, we have strength, dexterity, toughness, intelligence, wisdom, and resolve. Strength is your physical strength. Most melee and heavy weapons use this. Dexterity is your agility, and most ranged weapons and precision weapons use it. Toughness is your endurance and resilience. Intelligence is your knowledge. Wisdom is your perception and instinct. And resolve is courage and willpower. She let in an audible gasp.
Wow.
Fill up your bingo cards for your audible gasp.
This is really bad. I have 2 1s and 2 2s, 1 4, 1 5.
I rolled pretty bad too.
Okay, so if your total is below 21, I'll let you re-roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Which
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure yours is.
Ooh. Aw.
You have like a total of like 15. Alright, Zach gets a 6.
2
6,
6s.
5, 5, 5, and a 2.
Man, I'm good.
Stop siphoning everyone else's dice logic.
Yeah, mine's a total of 15.
Yeah, you can re-roll.
I
Just
got-
re-roll all of it.
I got
Okay.
a total of 17.
Yeah, you can re-roll yours.
Yay.
I was like, no way. I'm
Zach's
gonna
is like more
die.
than both of yours combined.
Okay,
Whoa,
this is,
Abby.
This is better.
6, 6, 6, 2, 1, 3.
1 1 2.
Is that a
I
one?
got 2 4s.
Yeah, that is 1.
And a 6.
That's not 21 again.
10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No. Reroll.
I think these are just not good.
Do you want to use my... no, you can't use my dice.
What'd you roll? Do you remember at all what you rolled for Leaf? I know you said it wasn't that good, but I can't
Yeah, I have
remember.
it written down so I can find it. 'Cause this is the notebook I use to like show my character stuff.
I got mine done.
Okay, let's see if these dice are more lucky. Okay.
Coronavirus!
So, craft and
Not too bad.
survival go off of which ones?
5,
Wisdom.
10,
They both go off wisdom.
You got 21 on the dot.
21 on the dot. Okay.
I also think if you want your character to be more melee or range focused, because that would determine, or what type of weapon you want to use, because that would determine if you want higher dexterity or strength. And there is some weapons that work for the other category. Like if you have a like a rapier that could work for your dexterity instead of your strength and stuff.
My lowest one is my resolve, and then I got 6 strength, 6 dex, 5 for toughness, intelligence, and wisdom.
For
We're gonna have him fight Keo.
I got 6, 4, 4, 3, 3, 1 for leave.
What does that equal up to? 6, 4, 4, 8, 14, 3, 17. And then, was that 53? I think it's 21.
Yes, that was 21 on the dot.
Yep, 21.
And what about your new roll? 21?
I think so. It's 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. Yep, 21 on the dot.
Okay. Interesting. Abby, what was your total result? 24, I think.
6, 12, 18.
Oh, my Hero Academia character is 16.
Yeah,
As far as her roll is.
Oh, well, we can have her re-roll then. I know I said no, but we can allow it then. Because I think on here it's like, if it's below 21, you guys can re-roll it.
Mine was 24, by the way.
Okay.
Wait.
Should I have my strength be 1 and my intelligence be 2? Or my intelligence be 1 and my strength
No, that's
2?
22. I just forgot to add in one thing.
We'll do 2 intelligence, 1 strength. Strength is always like the one I care about the least. So.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I have 1 strength, 6 dexterity, 6 toughness, 2 intelligence, 6 wisdom, 3 resolve.
Cool. Abby, would you mind just scooting your chair just a little bit over this way? It's not too bad.
Yeah, I think the camera got moved or something.
Is that enough?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. So,
No one's gotten bingo yet. I'm surprised.
well, it's that Corey one that's throwing people off.
That's true.
They have to skirt around that one.
Let me get that skirt.
Alright, guys.
Let me get that.
So you can get 2 themes. So themes are replacing backgrounds. So I'm going to go through these different themes and you tell me which ones stand out to you as ones that you want. So there's animalistic, which is different animal qualities, such as you can have a pensile tail, pincer claws, wings, very long tongue that is like a frog tongue.
Oh, come here, ladies.
Arcane weapon, cyborg, elemental augmentation, an heirloom of something that's passed down to you. If you're a hermit, if you have a signature weapon that you like to use, nobility. If you're a dead shot, town hero, blind fighter, sacred knowledge. You're on the path of vengeance, or you have some sort of elemental powers.
Elemental
Ooh,
hero.
Elemental.
It's just what everyone chooses. Okay.
No.
Okay, so you can choose. Would you rather have acid-based, earth, fire, ice, lightning, poison, radiation, water, or wind?
I'd like fire because then I could weld all the metal.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I kind of misspoke a little bit. So it's not that you are like a firebender if you choose this.
Mm-hmm.
What it does instead is anytime you inflict fire damage, it basically means that you're more proficient with fire damage. So whereas everyone else just does normal fire damage, like how it would normally be, yours is that they stay on fire and they'll continuously take damage until they can be healed or someone puts them out.
Well, I have a tinker toolkit. Could I say that I have a welding tool as my weapon?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then I'll stick with the fire thing.
Okay, so for themes, which is kind of in this bottom right over here, just put fire theme.
Okay.
Fireball. I still think that's one of my favorite things. Was when we did that thing with Corey, or we did that game with Corey.
You also get another one
Okay.
of anything you want. So you got that one.
Ooh, be a cyborg.
And then what were the other ones?
And also you can choose to make up one if there's something about your character that, for example, you said like a salesperson is a big part of your character.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have a theme that's I I don't know, salesperson. And basically, it could be that you gain edge anytime you try to make a sell.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that.
Cool.
Sales.
Sale.
I'm thinking about like it's like one of those like old school snake oil salespeople.
What about salmon oil?
Rocket loves that.
Yeah.
With you,
I'm
Abby,
gonna try to get a bottle for Rocket.
is there anything that comes into mind for your themes?
I like the idea of sacred knowledge. I think it goes hand in hand with
Can I be a
ceremonial
cyborg?
Cool. So sacred knowledge. You carry with you knowledge that's almost entirely lost. This knowledge could be the. Don't try to write all this, by the way. The ancient ways of people, way of life, or something else entirely. When making rolls related to this knowledge, you gain edge. This can be done in a multiple amount of ways, such as inspiring others to join your culture or studying it to learn more about yourself. So basically, choose one topic, and anytime you make a roll based on the topic, you gain edge. And you can also come up with it later. So you can just put sacred knowledge for now, and if it ever comes up in the story, where it's like, does anyone know anything about this? You're like,
I do.
Yeah, I'm actually totally. I'm totally cool with that being part of the game.
Okay, cool.
Because otherwise you might choose something hyper specific and it never comes up.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with you keeping it like that until you think of something. Now you also get one more, so you can choose. You could be a town hero, like maybe you saved a bunch of like little best children as you pass through town.
Those kids.
Maybe you're actually blind and you can fight perfectly, like without like you can basically see even though you're blind, like Daredevil. You could be a dead shot, so like when making your ranged attacks, you're able to like kind of like lock on and hit people easier. Maybe you come from nobility. Maybe you have a signature weapon that you always use. It's like your weapon that you've made yourself. You could be a hermit. You know, you live out in the woods all yourself.
I'm kind of torn between Deadshot and Town Hero.
Okay, let me tell you what they both do. So Deadshot says for one action point you aim down your sights and can target an attack without it losing edge. So if someone were to have you lose edge for any reason, or if you were to suffer a penalty, you can spend half your turn to line up the shot so you negate the penalty. Town Hero says that whenever you're in a town that you've saved, the civilians will go out of their way to help you. Additionally, you gain proficiency with influence. So there'd be a little town off to the side. Anytime you guys go through there, they're all going to be like, hey, and they'll say your name and like, hey, we're here to help. And they'll be like, oh, we're so happy to see you. And additionally, just throughout anything, you gain a proficiency for influence.
Leaning more towards that one. Oh, what does Blind Fighter do?
You suffer no penalties from being blinded. You can act as though you can see, even if you can't see.
Oh, okay. Actually, I kind of want to do Blind Fighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, what's going to be your two
I'm
themes?
gonna be cyborg detective.
No.
I'm gonna be town hero.
Okay.
Where does that go?
So you gain a proficiency with influence.
Influence. Where do I write this at?
And then town hero, you write in theme, so...
Town hero.
Yeah, that's all you need to write.
Okay. No, that's what I was gonna do.
And then what'd you want? Deadshot, nobility, signature weapon, hermit.
Ooh, signature weapon.
Okay, signature weapon. A weapon you made to specifically fit your needs. You have 12 points to distribute to make your weapon. In every tier level, you get 2 additional points. You don't have to write this down for now. So once you hit level 5, though, you'll get to upgrade your weapon. So currently, Zach, you have to do a little bit of math. You have 12 points, and you can spend it on your attack, magazine, range, and status effects and traits. Think you can handle that?
So it's 12 points overall.
Yep.
Is there a reason? And this is just because I'm wondering in general. That's 9, 1, and then I'm guessing explosive is 2.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is static effects are 3 points. So
Okay.
that was 3.3.
How's that 3 if that's 12? Because that's 9, 10.
Because you have a base of 1 range. Because
Oh.
otherwise, it's like you would like it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it a cross shot. No.
Are you thinking more of a gun or a melee weapon? Well, do you have higher dexterity or strength? Oh, it's even.
It's even.
Ooh, okay.
My lowest one is my resolve. So let's see here.
What kind of weapon do you guys think would be cool for him? He's good with, well, you're good with handguns. It's part of
Yeah.
your ability, so you could have something to do with handguns.
Sawed-off shotguns.
Well, it's not a handgun though.
it is if you saw it off enough.
I like how you're the one that's just like, it is if you do this. It's like, that's some shit I'd say.
I will say, since it's a signature weapon that specifically fits your needs, I would allow you to have a shotgun that is a handheld shotgun that would count for your handgun ability.
Okay, I'll do that.
If you want to do that.
I'll do that. Do shotgun.
Okay. So I will go ahead and say you probably don't want the shotgun to have less than like 8 attack.
Yeah.
I mean, like 6 and 7 is manageable, but like 8's a pretty like decently high attack. Anything higher than 8's really good. So maybe like 8 attack, 2 magazine, 2 range, so that's 11 points, and then I guess maybe 3 range, like 8, 2, 3.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. 8, 2, 3, and then you can call it sawed-off shotgun, or if you want to name it.
Do I put it at weapons?
So
Equipment?
yeah.
I'm gonna put a shoddy with two T's and 2 Y's. It's an 8, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Wait, 8 damage. No, yeah, shotgun would only have 2. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for down here, for your attacks, you can put shotgun or shoddy, and then your attack's going to be your attack set on your shotgun plus your dexterity, because it's a ranged attack, so it's going to be 14 is what you're going to be shooting off of.
Shoddy 14 attack.
Okay, cool. So that was my first time using themes for Otherworlds, but I liked how that turned out. I think it gives you guys a little bit more of a unique identity for your character.
What's up, shoddy?
Equipment. Okay, let's see.
Can I have a dildo sword?
That could be your signature weapon. No, I probably shouldn't go with that.
You done fucked up. You said I could have it.
Joking.
He's lying.
Say that again. So, did you notice I say just kidding a lot? Like, just kidding. Okay. I'm glad,
if we did a drinking game, we would get drunk just off you saying that.
So do you know? So the story behind that is in high school, my friend would say it all the time, and I got stuck saying it because I hung out with him so much. And now, thanks Steve-O. Not the same Steve-O that we threw the egg for though. It was a different Steve-O.
Damn it. Did we find out where Steve-O lives?
Like celebrity Steve-O?
No, we know where he lives. Was that Steve-O that did the Steve-O?
Oh no, I haven't checked.
Boy.
Steve-O.
Okay.
I need a coffee too.
Okay, so based off of your toughness, we can give you your armor that you would have. So Abby, what's your toughness?
6.
All right, you have heavy armor, so you have 6. You have no, my bad. You have medium armor, so you have 4 for your armor.
Okay, plus 2, so I do have 6.
Okay. Rachel, what's your toughness?
0.
Okay, you have cloth armor, so 0 armor, and then you?
It's my what again? The strength? No.
Your toughness.
Toughness is 5.
Okay, so you have medium armor, so you have 4 armor. Okay, and then again for your defense, it's going to be your toughness plus half your dexterity.
Toughness plus half your dexterity. 3. So
I
that's
got
my defense.
8. Yeah, sounds right. Now the upside to yours, Rachel, though, is even though yours is a lot lower than his, you can evade attacks and he can't. Actually,
I'm a fat bastard.
Actually, no, he still can because he has a lot of dexterity still. But if you have way more toughness than you have dexterity, then you can't evade attacks. You have to rely more on like parrying them and stuff.
I got 9.
You got 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has 9 defense and 6 armor.
I have 8 defense. And
So
4.
Bro, my character is weak as fuck.
You're gonna be in the back seat. We're gonna buckle you up and give you a chalky milk.
Chalky milk.
Chocolate milk.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Rach. No,
I
wait,
still
what
get
what was your name again?
Like 1/4. My character's name is Edison.
All right, Edison, we gotta buckle you up. I don't wanna. Here's your chocolate milk.
So I'll also say this too. For any of the tools that you're proficient with, you can go ahead and add a tool set of that in your inventory. So if you're proficient with like Tinker's tools, you can add Tinker's tools in your equipment.
Okay.
Ceremonial kit.
Oh.
And my equipment. Just what I needed.
What are your guys' names?
Blazer.
Blazer,
Arabella.
Arabella.
Blazer, Arabella, Edison.
And then whatever.
And Cactus Kid.
And Cactus Kid.
Whatever it is.
Be a colorful cast. Very interesting. Let's see. So for your personality traits, go ahead and write down a positive personality trait, or if you want to roll 1d6 and have a randomly generated one, you can do that.
I like hentai.
It's not a positive personality trait.
It is to me.
Inventive.
Inventive, that's a good one.
What are they? What are the traits?
Just roll for one.
Oh.
You don't have to stick to it. Alright, you got optimistic. You trust yourself and your decisions.
Look at my life choices.
You're hardworking.
Okay.
Caring.
Hardworking. Okay, and caring. Okay, now negative trait. So do you guys want to roll for that?
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see what I would get.
Okay, Rachel, you are terrible at making big decisions.
Wow.
I'm gonna stick with the superstitious idea.
Okay, what about you, Zach? Zach, you're selfish.
Yeah.
Alright, now what about for your quirks? Do you want to roll for that, or do you want to come up with one? You can roll for one just for an idea if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
I'm selfish.
So Rachel, you don't like people in your personal space.
Do you like me, Rachel?
I was making sure I spelled superstitious.
That's not too bad.
What about you, Abby? You want to roll? See what you get?
We got
You
people.
become overjoyed when you see something you like.
AKA
Which,
Vincent!
but you should specify what that thing is. So it's like there's a very specific thing that when you see it, you'll like just be like overcome with joy.
I found it. Right here.
What up? That'd be a bit of a problem if she like became that overcome with joy every time she saw me. I wouldn't be able to like.
Honey, you're home. Honey,
That
you're home.
would be like really weird. Like they act like you're a celebrity or something.
Yeah,
Oh
like-
my god. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
like maybe if it was like once, if like you know we'd been away for like a while or something, like on a big trip or something. But
Yeah.
other than that, if it's like every day,
She did go to Alabama.
Bama.
Bama! Roll Tide!
So are you going with that?
Yeah.
Okay, Zach, did you want to roll for yours?
Sure.
Yours could be manga. Anytime she sees manga.
4.
But like she can't see it because she's blind.
Yeah, she's.
So you won't even know if you're in the presence of
It
something
could,
that you really
it could
like.
be based on music. Like whenever
Smell.
you hear jazz, like you get overjoyed.
You like
or something.
jazz?
Or a type of. It doesn't have to be jazz. It could be
You
piano,
kinda
violin.
smell like cookies.
So Zach, you got a 4. So you like everything to be clean and organized.
No, I don't.
You have an insatiable lust.
Yeah.
Oh
Alright, what is this again?
Okay.
Just put lustful.
Lust.
Should be interesting being in Zach's party.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
He's like, no other party would have me, but I'm glad I can be a part of this one.
Hey, oh, hey, sorry.
Alright, convictions. You guys want to roll just to give you an idea of some different convictions?
I'll go first.
Alright, Zach, your conviction is the ends justify the means.
No.
You're like, I don't understand. Trust no one.
Just no one.
Okay? Was that yours, Rachel?
Yeah.
6.
Yep, green.
The ends never justify the means.
Damn, that's not good for a businesswoman to have.
I mean, unless you're trying to be like a very ethical.
Oh.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
It depends on how you want to play it. I don't think you want to play it that way, but you could be an ethical. Like for example, speaking of ethics and business, I briefly told Zach this earlier. I feel like I made a decision that was very pro-consumer
Oh, yeah.
against my best interest, which is for Legendaria and all the Legendary products for the game. I offer a complete, not only 100% money-back guarantee, which means that someone can literally buy the game, download it on the computer, ask for the money back, and I have to give them the money back while they still have the game, because I have no way of getting the game back. So, people can completely rip me off and scam me. And on top of that, they get a free, anyone that buys the game gets free updates for it, no matter if it's like for our Legendary 2020, everyone that's purchased the game and put their faith and money into the game that I released a year ago got this new game for free. So, like, I didn't ask for people to say...
Including the people that got their refunds?
No.
Well, no, not them, I guess, but, like...
Fuck them.
I was about to say, that's, like, too generous.
No. Not for people that got refunds. Though there's only been one person that got a refund, and they said it was because they couldn't figure out how to open a zip file. So, I don't think that... So, it wasn't reflective of...
YouTube vlogs.
It wasn't reflective on the content itself, because they said that they couldn't see it, because they couldn't figure out how to open a zip file. But anyways, I digress. But, like, for example, a lot of, like, Skyrim is known for continuously re-releasing it on different platforms in different ways, different updates, and continuously charging people. They make millions of dollars. I don't make near that much amount of money, but
we make billions.
Yeah. But I still give the updates for free instead of saying, okay, well, you guys, I know you guys support me, so I'm going to charge you again because I'm sure that you would do that or whatever. It's like, I'm not doing that.
Does it ever rain where we are?
It's a good point. It very rarely will because water is... So they actually use water as a big means of, like, a resource where, like, sometimes they won't even have money, but they're like, I'll trade you water.
We're going to the Olive Garden, gotta pay water.
Barely ever.
So...
It could be she freaks out when it rains.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But...
So did you want the ethical... What am I... Is that... Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Okay. Ethical.
Ethical.
Okay. Ethical. It just sounds weird. I don't normally... I think I type that out way more than I speak it.
I'm going to write it down, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it.
That's fair. Okay. Did you want to roll for your conviction?
Sure. Which, I don't know if I'll keep mine either.
That's fine.
2.
Alright, you don't trust anyone.
No.
I guess it could be that I don't like waste from other companies.
That could be a thing.
Because you were saying that we use the whole thing, not just a part of it. But the tires and stuff.
Yeah, that could be it.
I'm so glad we're not going to Sonic tonight.
Actually, that sounds pretty good. Let's go.
No. You know how many bugs we were having issues with there?
Are there any what's a good conviction that has to do with being, like, spiritual or, like...
The powerful will thrive and the weak will die.
I'm going to use that.
Oh, no, here's one. You're strongly spiritual. Do your best to respect your faith through your actions.
Okay, good. That sounds like our character.
What about your connections? So do you guys want to roll for those to see what you feel bonded to? Alright, Rachel. An orphanage that you were raised in and now have donated some of your time to socialize with kids there. That one probably wouldn't fit that well.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, because...
It could be even though you left where you grew up because you felt like you didn't quite fit in and, like, you felt like you have, like, these goals and these dreams. You could still miss it, I feel like. Like, it could still be something that you think about and you kind of miss it even though it wasn't... Like, I kind of feel this way, like, personally, where I grew up way out in the country. I hated it growing up. I was like, I'd never miss this. I still won't say I miss it, but there is a certain... Like, when I go back to visit my parents, there is a certain level of, like, appreciation I have that I didn't used to have. Like, there's a certain level of, like, oh, wow, like, I get to see way more trees and, like, nature, and, like, it's, like, way prettier here. And it's easier for me to appreciate that now that it's been largely gone out of my life. So.
Or I feel like I do try to come home and I bring home all these inventions I worked really hard on, and they're like, I don't know how to use this.
We don't understand that.
And I'm like, okay.
Alright, Abby, you rolling for it?
Oh, no.
Alright, for that, Abby, you don't want anyone touching or messing with any of your personal belongings.
I feel like she sounds like a very selfless person, but, like, so it doesn't really fit?
Yeah.
It could be a thing where you're, like, selfless, but, like,
That's
selfless, but you're like, yeah, don't touch my stuff, like, without me, like, helping you.
Don't touch my shit!
Okay, sure.
What about, you, and basically you have a deep connection to the
doing?
things you have as part of that, too, where it's like, because you care so much about.
Oh.
Roll for your, connection, unless you want to choose one. Okay, roll one more time. Alright, you have a, you feel a lot for, Cactus Kid where you don't want him to die, or...
No,
you're very
I want Corey to
protective.
die.
You're very protective of Cactus Kid.
Nah.
I feel like that could be cute.
Yeah.
Fuck Cactus Kid. I don't like kids. I'm done with kids.
You carry a stuffed animal that your little sister used to have before she died.
Okay, where does that go? Connections?
Yeah.
Carry small stuffed.
Alright, now story tie-ins for this, so everyone can roll a d6 for this one.
Okay, what about our goals?
I got a 3.
I got a 4.
Those you'll just have to come up with on your own.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let me write this down so I can actually use this for later. So,
Hail Hydra.
this will come in later. So, what's your character's name again?
Arabella.
How do you spell it?
A-R-A.
And tired.
Okay.
Have you seen the new girl
Arabella.
Tiger Fruit in our Discord?
Hmm?
There's a new girl called Tiger Fruit.
No, I haven't been on our Discord in a while.
She is...
She's a really good artist.
Yes, I'm going to show her some of the art she does.
And your character's name's Edison?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Edison, and then, what'd you
Like,
roll?
The inventor Edison.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tom
and I rolled a
Selleck.
3.
3?
Oh, wow, that is really good.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay.
What?
Oh, this is a good one coming up. That one. She's working on that.
Oh, yeah. She's really good.
There you Uh-oh.
Zach, what's
Oh,
yours?
posture check. Thank you, Backtrog. Is that your dad?
Yep.
Hi, Papa Vincent.
Hi.
Papa Vincent.
Papa Baker, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I could say something I'm not because your dad's watching.
Zach, did you roll for this?
I
Thank
guess
goodness that he's watching the...
not. 5.
Okay. And what's your character's name again? Blazer?
Blazer.
I just think of a blazer that you wear.
I'm thinking of the truck because I wanted to go Bronco, like the Ford Bronco, but it's already taken, so it's like a Ford Ranger or a Chevy Blazer.
Yeah. Okay, and I need you each to roll dice one more time to determine the connection you have with this individual.
4.
4.
Okay, so for Zach, you are in a relationship with someone in the same town as you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a relationship.
That's where all that insatiable lust goes to.
How do I spell-
Yeah, you're gonna be like
Hey, you wanna know
so
what's funny?
lustful, but
You know what's
have
funny?
to
I don't know how to spell relationship. It's been that wrong. R-E-L-A-T-I-O-N-S. Right? No.
Well, you're almost there.
Rachel,
Google.
for you,
Oh, okay. There's a ship.
Yes.
you have become since arriving here, you become best friends with someone in the town.
Your dad just... No, Factor. We've got a sub. Gifted a sub.
Thank you.
Your
Thank
dad's
you.
a sub now, technically.
Thank you.
Factor just donated a sub to your dad.
Oh, awesome.
Or gifted a sub to your dad.
Thanks, X Factor. Awesome.
You're awesome.
We don't.
And we got 5 new, shared 5 other... What? 5
he gift
emotes.
shared rewards to 5 others in chat too.
Wow.
Yeah. So awesome. Thank you so
Do
much.
we have all these emotes?
Yeah.
We do!
Um.
I'm making a joke.
Okay. And what's cool is the sound effects are kind of new too. So like
Yeah.
it's still like whoa, like so that's so cool to hear. So yeah, thank you. That was cool.
Papa Baker, you are now a sub, which means you have... I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know enough about Twitch to tell you. I think you have
You get
access
emotes.
to some new emotes that you can use. Actually, X Factor could probably say more about
Yeah.
what it actually entails than what I could. I actually don't know what it entails. I think you can also join the stream without having to worry about the commercial popping up, which is nice. And it supports our channel, which is important.
Mhm.
When are we
So
gonna meet your dad?
I don't know. So
He needs to come play a game with us.
Rachel,
Yeah.
Sorry.
as soon as you arrived on this planet, and you can wait till I say all this before you write it down. As soon as you arrived on this planet, you kind of felt like, you're a fish out of water trying to figure out like who you get along with and stuff. You found this other person who turns out they started their own business, kind of like with what you want to do, and they had a lot of interests and stuff that aligned with yours, where you guys hit it right off, and you guys became best friends basically.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your person that you're like connected with, and the person that you started confiding in and stuff like that. And then as you get closer to them, you realize that they're up to very, very, very shady business practices. But you just found out at the start of this campaign.
They're in the, what is that, multi-level marketing scheme.
Oh yeah.
They're at LMM.
So I was part of one of those multi-level
the
marketing.
knife company.
Yeah, and you know what they said?
What?
They said, yeah, it's a pyramid, but so is every other company.
No, it's not.
Because they said, look at it this way: your boss makes more money than you do, so they're at the top of the pyramid. Anyways, I felt like yours was interesting with the business leader thing.
Oh my gosh, I just wrote friends with MLM person.
Yeah,
They just come and it's like, oh hey, good to see you. Are you coming to my meeting?
And I'm trying to picture it for this like Wild West town in Otherworlds too, where it's like, okay, so what we're gonna need you to do is you have to go to these other towns, bring people here.
Here's your kit.
Here's your kit. Sell them one of these pistols.
I'm just like so like oblivious. I've never met an MLM person before, but I'm like, wow, they're so nice to me. Like they like invite me to all these things. It's really cool.
Well, here's one way that they get you too. They'll say, hey, if you work this job, it's entry level. We'll pay you $15 an hour. And you're like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
You go into work, and then they say, okay, well, we need to train you first. Training is unpaid, but it's just for these 3 hours. And you're like, okay, do 3 hours of unpaid training. Then they say, okay, well, once you go out on the job, we'll pay you $15 an hour. They don't tell you that you have to drive to this person's house. It's like an hour away. And then, I mean, not always an hour away, but like sometimes it would be. And then you sit there for an hour, and you get paid for that hour. You do get paid $15 for that hour, but that conversation you have is just an hour. If it takes longer than an hour, they start calling you, and they're like, "Why are you taking so long? You better hurry up and leave because it's taking money away from them."
Yeah.
And then so once you leave, it took you an hour to get there, an hour to leave, and you got
so
paid
you
the
make $15 for 3 hours.
Yeah, and then they tell you to line up your new contacts. You have to go in to work, which you have to go there, and then they won't pay you for that time. They only pay you $15 an hour when you're sitting with a client. They don't pay you for that time when you're doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
By the way, your dad said yes. I asked, would you ever come play with us on stream? He said yes.
All right, cool. And Dad has played Otherworlds one time with a group before. It was a little while ago. Yeah, it was a little while ago, but it was fun.
Papa Baker coming in town.
So Abby, you rolled a 4 with that. So
she's in a relationship.
Actually,
no.
Nope.
What did I roll then?
You rolled a 4.
Oh.
I think they rolled the same thing.
They did, but I do this thing where if they match the same thing, I just bump down the second person by the next one until it wasn't there.
Ha! Abby's lonely just like me.
No, so you have a family member that is located in the same town.
Okay.
Interesting.
That doesn't apply to me in real life anymore.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Yeah. We're lonely. Well, I'm more lonely. Damn it.
What sucks is whenever I'm looking at this document, if I accidentally bear down too much, it starts it puts the cursor in there and it wants to edit the page. I'm like, no, don't edit the page.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I like to keep my finger down on my phone, like if I'm reading something, and then it'll like go crazy and like try to do something. I'm like, no.
Okay, so let me see what we got here. And I haven't done this in a very long time, so I apologize if this is very sporadic and stuff. So you guys already rolled for your attributes. You have that set up. You have your defense set up. You have your armor set up. You have your personality stuff set up. So it looks like pretty much all we need to do is more of like your class-related stuff for like your abilities. And I think that will be it, because that will also determine what equipment you start off with too.
And our health?
Yeah, I think I have that over in the class thing.
Okay.
I believe so. But yeah, again, thank you for the gift sub, because it was really cool for me to hear that music.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone starts off with 12 health and 12 astral at your base, but you guys will be able to add on to that.
Your dad goes, then you guys can try some bow and battle axes. I ordered a bow for us to shoot and throw some axes. Can we
Wait,
go to the
really?
compound?
Yeah, so my dad's making a card game called Bows and Battle Axes, and
Oh, I thought you.
no, he did buy a bow, and he does have axes.
I want to go.
Can we go to the Baker compound?
It sounds like he's okay with it, so yeah, we could go there someday.
Oh, we
And,
can shoot a video.
Yeah, we can, because that was, that part of the video where I had a picture or a video of me throwing the axe? That was over there. So,
Really?
so we can throw axes over there and shoot
That
those.
sounds so fun.
Oh, it totally is. Like, it's way more fun throwing axes than I thought it would be. Like,
Yeah.
I have never had an interest in throwing axes. Like, when people brought up throwing axes, it wasn't that I thought it would not be fun, but I never cared. But then since Dad already had everything laid out and he had an axe, I'm like, well, sure, I'll try
What
it.
we need to do is get a target made, or if he already has
He already has all that stuff.
Okay, then we do a competition to see who's the best axe thrower.
Probably not me. I have very weak arms.
It's not that they're not that heavy. If I can throw them, you can throw them.
I think the
saw me
ones
throw
that he
egg.
has. Do you remember Dad? How much do they weigh? You're in the chat. You can just tell.
I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say 8
I'm
pounds.
gonna say 3.
It's like 1.5 pounds.
I'm able to.
They're also one-handed axes. They're not the ones.
Yeah,
that
you gotta
basically-
go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going 2.5 pounds then.
Okay, everyone
Sorry.
gets 1,000 guild to start off at.
1,000 gale.
1,000 guild.
Yeah, I had to tell him to make the guild thing bigger.
Where's the guild?
Right there.
Oh.
GL.
1,000.
By the way, I still am paying attention, but I'm also watching Indie Race. It's Indy 500.
Okay. You also get 1 discipline for being level 1. So, yeah.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
1.25 pounds.
Oh yeah, 1.25. I think that's at 1.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Close enough.
So if this was Price is Right, actually, then we all lose.
Well, if this price is right, I probably would have went a little bit lower. Wow. Okay, so here's the different classes you can choose between. But if you have an idea that's not listed, we can work with you to have something else. So we have Assassin, Battle Mage, Berserker, Gunslinger, Grifter, Defender, Hunter, Reaper, Seraph, Warrior, Tank, Soldier, Killer, Archer, Swordsman, Druid, Basilisk, Deceiver, Combat Medic, Strategist, Fortress, Spellbow, Spellblade, and Squire.
What's a fortress?
So the Fortress, I'm glad you asked.
Means you're fat as hell. Wow, is that really that funny?
That is actually.
Damn, chalk one up for me. Ching!
So it says bulletproof and built to move. Specializes in heavy armor and not taking any damage. They are proficient with shields, clubs, and hammers. So probably not what you want.
I mean, I would like to add that on there because I have 0 armor, 0 health.
You'd just be a bad
That's tough.
fortress, though.
Yeah. Oh, so I don't get to add on to that? Like that wouldn't.
That's just like what you
extra?
specialize in.
Oh.
I mean, you would get abilities that go with that, but like you would already be so bad at it that it'd be like trying to get like a potato to read a book. You know, it's like it's
Or
not
me to
gonna
read a
work.
book.
Yeah.
Is
so
there
that's what
anything
I
that
was
would help with like my crafting and welding?
So for that, I think there is something. Let me just. It's kind of weird to maneuver on this.
Do we need like another laptop for you to do that kind of stuff on?
It'd be kind of cool, but
Okay.
you know.
I might have one.
Okay, so I thought I had something specifically for that, but I don't. But you can. What kind of weapon were you thinking about using? Do you have an idea for what kind of weapons your character would use?
I mean, maybe like a welding blowtorch kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. So with that, because all these classes do is they don't restrict you in terms of like, oh, you're super focused on just whatever this class says. What it does is it's kind of like your like loadout, like of like what you start off with is more or less, and then you get more freedom as you kind of move away from that loadout. So something like the strategist could work because you gain a proficiency. You get 2 proficiency points in influence and 1 in technology. You'd also be proficient with navigation tools, or you can learn a new language. However, that is with technology instead of the engineering part, which you might prefer the engineering stuff. So if you want to put engineering, I'd be okay with that.
Instead of technology? Okay.
Yeah.
And then what else do I get with that?
So you get 2 influence and then 1 in the engineering.
2 influence. Where's it? Oh, it's on here?
Yep.
Okay, 2 influence. And what else?
1 in engineering if you haven't put that.
Okay, yeah, I put the 1
And then below that in the next box down, you get either navigational tools or a new language.
I'll have the navigational tools.
Okay, I was going to say the language could be...
Good for business.
Yeah, especially because you're on a different world, so that you would know that world.
What's the language that is primarily used on this world?
It'd be his language, which is Dandrin, but there is her race, which is the best, which there's not as many of her though as her race.
Which one has the most money? Like which one's more?
Her people are more like spiritual wanderers that go off like doing their own thing, where these are the like more business people. So
okay.
So Dandrin.
Dandrin. Okay.
How about Mandarin? No, mangoes.
Mangoes.
You
heard the mango song, Zach?
For your weapon proficiency, I will let you put blowtorch.
Okay, weapon proficiency. Where is that? Oh, okay. Or like maybe it could be cool to have like gloves that shoot fire.
Okay. Well, we'll say for your like blowtorch weapon proficiency, anything that like shoots fire, we'll count. And that'll be a very specific... So there's not actually something in Otherworlds that's like a blowtorch weapon proficiency. But I write in the game saying like, hey, if like someone has an idea, like it's okay to use these things interchangeably. So instead of having weapon proficiency as a combat rifle, it's like, okay, well clearly Rachel wants this like blowtorch idea. It's not going to hurt the game to like change that out. And like I state that in the game, but I do feel like that's a very important point to make. So... The current suggested loadout for this, for like your skill tree, is Deception, Strategy, and Tech.
Deception, Strategy, and Tech.
You can write that down for now, and we can come back to it if you want to swap one of those things out. But that sounds like a good starting point if you want to. Now I will say, well, yeah, I just realized I didn't put a spot on your sheet for that. That was my bad.
I could just put it next to like race skills maybe or something.
I was gonna say maybe put it on themes.
Well, they go for your class skills, so maybe if you want to write at the top right hand corner. Kind of thing, or if you just write those there.
In the race skills box?
For the class skills.
Class skills? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do I write with that? Deception...
Well, I was thinking, like, well, that works too if you want.
Yeah, I was
or,
put down
like, technically your race skills went here, but it's fine that you put them. So if you want to put this there, you can, since you have the extra room now.
Okay.
Okay, Zach, did any of those stand out to you? What kind of class do you want to be? You have the shotgun, but you're kind of like a gunslinger kind of class.
Yeah, what would you recommend?
There is a gunslinger one. You're probably not going to be spell based, right?
No.
Yeah.
So is that gunslinger not going to work well on that then?
Well, since I'm allowing your signature weapon to count as a handgun, that would work. You could also use Grifter, which is an expert in being underhanded and not being caught. So that could be one.
So could I do both of those, or is it?
You can get perks from both of them, but basically Grifter gives you abilities from Avarice, Deception, and Tech, and Gunslinger gives you abilities from Gambit, Brawl, and Deception.
I'll take that first one.
Gunslinger's title though says "Swingin' and Slingin'." Sounds like
Gunslinger it is. Gunslinger.
Okay. You are proficient with either revolvers or hand cannons, which you already.
a shotty.
Yeah. So you can put shotguns for that.
Weapons shotty.
And then you get +1 point in athletics. +1 in engineering. +1 in perception.
Ooh, so I now get a +1d6 on that.
Yeah. You also get proficiency with either Tinkerer's Tools or Thieves' Tools.
I already have Thieves' Tools, so can I have both?
Yeah.
How to spell Tinkerer's Tools? Tinker.
Nker.
Tinkerer's Tools.
Cool. Abby, what you got?
I was thinking either Seraph or maybe Hunter.
Okay, I like the idea if you have like the thing where you like say the prayer and like spiritual and like things over the dead and stuff, and we don't have like a mage person.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Cactus Kid's gonna be a mage person. I don't think so.
Probably not.
So it could be cool if you're a seraph.
Okay.
So for that, by default, you can have your weapon be. Is there a certain weapon you had in mind that you wanted, or do you want to go off of these preferences here?
I told Tiger Fruit.
I can just go off of the preferences.
Okay, so you can be proficient with combat rifles or pistols for your ranged weapon.
Pistols.
Okay. So you put that over
Pistola
here.
de Grosso.
And then you can choose maces or hammers. You have a mace, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
And then Rachel could do a thing where she like blow torches it on fire, and you have like a mace on fire, and you shoot
Oh, hell yeah. So that goes under the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Pistols and mace.
Yeah. And then for your skill proficiencies, you get +1 Astrana, +1 Influence, and +1 Medical. And then you get labeled as a spellcaster, so you can mark in that box, and you become proficient with energy damage, which you can put in other. Also, I think I forgot to tell you guys like some different equipment you get, but I'll come back to you guys for that. Skill tree is Divinity, Light, and Melee.
I'm sorry, what was mine again? I wrote Deception, Technology, and then what else?
I'll come back to it. 'Cause I don't remember. Okay, for your equipment, you get energy combat rifle, or no, you want a pistol. Energy pistol. Then an energy mace.
Flaming mace, that's pretty cool, yeah.
And you get 2 potions. Alright, and then for you, Rachel, it was Deception, Strategy, and Tech.
Strategy and Tech. Okay.
Oh, I guess I need mine then too. Fuck, sorry.
For you, Zach,
Gunslinger.
Gunslinger.
Gunslinger! Gunslinger.
Well, you got your gun already, and you get a knife.
Did I go equipment?
Yeah.
That's not a knife.
Yeah, and it turns out you already got all your equipment, Rachel.
This is a knife.
Okay.
This is also a knife. Oh.
Can I switch out the technology with engineering, or is that supposed to stay put?
Well, the tech skill tree isn't, oh, you mean for your point you got?
For the race skills.
Oh, yeah, so for those skills, there's just like a tech skill branch, but there's not like an engine, like, the tech skill branch goes with, like, all that stuff, too, so so you'll be happy that you have that.
Okay.
For you, Rachel, you can start off for your ability. Which skill branch would you be most interested in having your level 1 ability come from? I'll go ahead and tell you the tech one is the reverse engineering one that someone else had for the
that was my
for you, yeah. Because I actually took the My Hero Academia abilities for the attacker, defender, and support. I took directly from Otherworlds.
Awesome.
For that, so.
Yeah, I'll take technology.
Okay, so you have reverse engineering for that. All right, Zach, do you want your first ability to be from you didn't write all your stuff down.
I only had Gunslinger.
Yeah, well, that's your class, but you get Gunslinger and then like melee and let's see. Because basically in Otherworlds, every character can kind of like form their own skill tree, which is like comprised of 3 different branches. So like, for example, his branch is Gambit, Brawl, and Deception.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your class is going to be Gunslinger, which would be... You'd write Gunslinger up there.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So, are you more interested in your first ability being out of Gambit, Brawl, or Deception?
Brawl.
Okay, so that's gonna be melee focus, like with your fist, probably.
Okay.
Okay. So, for that... No. Actually, it should be up here. So how are you guys feeling about your character so far?
I like mine.
I actually had no idea that we were going to do this one too, so I gave like 0 thought about it.
Well, it works out. You know, we'll go ahead and that way we can have them both ready. And we can just jump right into playing either of them.
Actually,
Alright, so
we're getting so close that we can actually go to dinner after this.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard for me to find this.
I'm excited for those rolls.
Yeah, I am.
That's the thing I miss most about Golden Chick.
Those were some good ass rolls.
I wish that they had the ice cream machine working.
Yeah, it is a bummer.
COVID.
Is it not working?
No, COVID.
Well, yeah, they can't
Oh.
And Abby, which of the skill branches were you most interested in getting your ability from? And just so you guys know, this wouldn't take as long for me to get through if I could use my laptop and I could just like use the key to search it and stuff instead of scrolling with my fingers and getting stuck on it. So I just want you guys to know that it normally doesn't take this long, but I'm trying to be as quick as possible.
He's lying.
Divinity? Alright, cool. So for that, I just arrived here. Your level 1 skill.
Hello, I am here.
Well, you can choose Consecrate, which you create like a sacred ground that heals anyone on top of it. Also, it would deal damage to the undead if they stand on it. You could get Ethereal Armor, or you could get Prayer, which ups your healing.
I'll do consecrate.
Yeah, that's a cool one. That's the recommended first one. So I'll hand this to you for you to look at because there's a decent bit to write for that one.
Okay.
So
You don't have to write the little bullets under it. That's the upgrades later.
So Stumps posted this just for you.
Okay, Stumps.
There you go, Stumps. Now go put your feet on and go do something.
Oh, and you know what you guys can do while we wait is you can pick out your miniature for your My Hero Academia and your Otherworlds character.
Which one's which?
Why are you putting them all over there?
Oh, I thought.
Well, I mean, there's characters
Oh,
in there that you can.
they're inside.
Well,
Oh, okay.
some of
I
them.
thought you were making room
Well,
for them.
well, we do
I
need-
didn't even look at what was in the box.
No, that's
honestly.
fine. No, I just thought it was funny because I was like, you can
Rachel
look
not
in
paying
here,
attention
and it's
again.
like, awesome. Okay, no.
Cool. Do you have any more?
And then I'm like, yeah, and I just hand that to you. You can throw those to the side. I've seen that somewhere where it's like, can I have another? And you're just like, or that person's like, and just throws them.
May I have another, mistress? Ah.
Oh, that was in
Excuse me?
Parks and Rec with Ron Swanson.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right, with the vegan bacon.
Yeah. Yeah.
May I
Okay.
have another one? May I have another one?
Okay.
I think by the
I'm glad
second
you
one-
remember because anytime I come up with something like that, I feel like it's so hard to remember like what it came from or anything.
Well, how do you think I feel 99.99999% of the
Oh,
time?
here's Zach's character.
Yeah. There you go. The fortress.
By the way, you can get your mood hoodie. It is an emote. You can get it on. It's on Vindicator or it's on Streamlabs.
That one's on neither. It's on the vindicated.storeenvy.com.
So go to that website.
There's no way they're gonna be able to go to that.
Fuck
from,
no.
From your terrible direction. I want to be able to have more miniatures. Like we don't have.
You want more minute? You got a box.
I mean, we don't have good ones though. Like the ones like we don't have like a dude with a shotgun. Like
You know what we could do? Who's that guy that made you? That guy.
Ted.
Ted. Ask him how much it would cost to print up minifigs that are an inch and a half tall.
It wouldn't cost that much money. The problem
Is
is
the file.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
having
I know.
the mold for it. Yeah.
That looks kind of like a shoddy, right?
Yeah, but do you think Zach would look like this dude? Like this some suited up, bug-eyed dude?
You don't know me. How about this? Can we do this?
Are there any more girly looking girls?
There's no girly girls at all.
Right
Just
here.
kidding. Are you looking for your My Hero Academia or Otherworlds character?
My hero.
Oh, why didn't I be a girl?
Doesn't have to be extremely girly, but just like at least somewhat more feminine.
Money in the bank.
Here's Catwoman.
Alright. Love me a Catwoman. Not a Catwoman like she's a crazy cat. Well, no.
I'm guessing mine lasts 5 seconds because I'm tier 1 or whatever. The consecrated brand.
Yeah. Here's one for you, Rachel.
It's the Riddler. What? Oh my god. Got money in the bank.
It's so that's what I'm saying. I have a lot of
boobs.
I have a lot of figures, but
Go figure.
they just don't. They make it's weird. They make so many, but they don't make like a lot of good ones.
Is there any other places we can go to get figures? Help. She's going to eBay.
Is your elf character a boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Okay. This one could work for her maybe. Cause that's an elf.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I
it
like
says
this
me.
one.
Okay, cool.
Edison.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Edison, we got squared right away. We have Electra.
Electra. Oh my gosh.
She looks girly.
Yeah.
Very girly.
Um,
Okay.
Okay, so for mine, her name is Maud because I love mod fashion, like from the 60s, so I was kind of like hoping for something. Like, I wasn't expecting any 60s fashion to be in there.
Oh, I have an exact mod six. No, I'm sure.
I thought you were going to go with like Mod Pizza.
Mod pizza?
Oh, that place is super good. There's one in Charlotte. I love that place. Anytime I go to Charlotte, it's worth the 2-hour drive.
Now, let me see your sheet to see what you guys are missing and stuff.
Oh hell yeah, I'll be Nightwing.
Hell yeah. I just like how quiet you were. It's like, hell yeah, I'll be Nightwing. Yeah.
Well, that's in character too. I think you guys have everything
Health.
set up.
We have health, but is there modifiers for that?
Oh, yeah.
we do have health.
Oh yeah, no, but there is supposed to be modifiers.
I mean, it doesn't have to say, like, oh, this is what your character looks like.
Oh!
So I guess this will just be my...
well, it's kind of like how you're. Yeah, exactly. So, like for example,
I found mine. I'm going to be Professor Xavier.
no, but
I can walk. I'm just lazy as hell.
But yeah, luckily we're not restricted to exactly what the character looks like because I mean, like your last Leaf's miniature is like completely green,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
she doesn't have green skin.
We don't know that.
Does Leaf have completely green skin?
I'm green, no.
Okay, I found mine for Ghost Town. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Cool.
Surprise.
Me too. No. Found him. No. Wait. Yep. Ghost Town. Am I wrong? Is that good? No?
Try again.
I'm gonna see if I can't get some of that oil for a rocket. See if it's a good thing or a bad thing for him.
So what was your three things? Is brawl? It's supposed to be brawl, gambit, deception.
Supposed to get all three. I thought I was only supposed to get one. My bad.
No, you know, like you in like Borderlands, for example, you have 3 different skill trees. I'm trying to, and any game that you haven't played,
Yeah, exactly.
any RPG. But basically, okay, so your extra benefits come from this though. So you get 3 to get extra 3 health. So you're gonna be at 15.
Ooh.
And then you'll get, I believe, +6 to your initiative. And then Rachel, let me see your skill branches real quick. Perception, technology, and strategy. Okay, so you're gonna get +9 to your initiative.
Damn.
Yeah, I believe. Well, let me double check this real quick, because
Sound like Gavin Frida.
I was going for Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, well, okay. Listen here.
+3 to your health, and then
Well, this could be Leaf, or not Leaf. This could be a character for someone.
Who?
It's a female. Someone
okay, +3 to health, and then +6 to initiative.
that works.
Is that a devil chick?
Oh yeah, I'll take this.
Look at that. I'm smart.
One thing
sorry, what were
might
you
be weird with her. I think she might be like taller than everyone. Maybe. I mean, if you want to be tall, you can, but she's like gonna be.
Well, it's only going to be for perspective of where our location is. You know what they say? Location, 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 location.
I think it's only 3 times.
No, 4.
No, it's not.
Did I say location 3 times?
I said it 4 times.
Okay.
You know what Zach
Oh.
says? Location, 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 location.
Factor says make me dab, so. What bam?
Okay, so I decided to change something up slightly on the fly. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna rearrange anything you have currently. But instead of having that plus bonus to your initiative, for each rogue skill branch you get, you're gonna get +1 discipline. So you're gonna go up by
shit.
2 disciplines. So you're gonna have 3 total,
How many do I have?
and then you're gonna have 15 health, and then you have
15
the same as her.
So 3 initiative or 3 discipline and 15 health.
Yep.
But
And then-
it's gonna take away from my initiative.
Just no one's getting the.
Initiative.
Yeah, just because like it ends up being at the point where like Zach's other character in the other game has so much initiative that just no one else can even compete with him.
I'm a badass.
So this will balance the initiative out more is the idea. But the trade-off is instead of having like, because if both of you get bonuses to your initiative, then like you're the only two competing for it, and then whoever doesn't get it just misses out. But this way you both get bonuses to your discipline, which will help you out regardless.
Yeah.
Then, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so for Abby's, she had Divinity Light
Abigail.
and Melee, so she gets +3 to her health, bringing hers up to 15. And then she gets +6 Astral, which I'll let you write.
So, ooh, wait, okay. I'm gonna be a masochist. Goddamn airplanes!
I feel like
Where'd
I've been
Catwoman
hearing
go?
planes a lot more than we used to.
Do what?
So I feel like we've been hearing planes a lot more than we used to.
During this time, a lot of planes use the airport more because people are back to traveling now too. So
Sorry, I'm seeing if there's anything else that we're missing.
I want someone like a spandex.
You will have 5 speed. You have 5 speed. Corey has a 6 down.
Corey?
What?
Did you call me Corey?
No, I said he.
Oh. That's why I was confused. I'm like, excuse
That's why I was confused because I said he and you said who? Corey? What?
I could have sworn you said Corey. My bad.
You guys are all tier level 1, speed 5. The exception of Zach, he has a speed 6.
Yeah. Why's that?
Oh, sorry, I've been hitting your foot, Abby.
That's
I
okay.
need to do that.
Damn.
all
American
good.
badass. Hey, there's a Beyblade in here.
A Beyblade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it rip.
So what I'm looking at though for initiative is I'm looking currently for this we'll try it out, but it'll be your dexterity plus your speed. So Zach's will be 12.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
What's your dexterity plus speed?
11.
Okay.
Dexterity plus speed.
Mm-hmm.
6 plus
5.
Oh. I think it's. Oh, I was looking at my health for some
That's
reason.
fine. So you're at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have like much more even.
Up, Voodoo.
even
Make me dab. Ready?
And then-
1, 2.
What's that for?
your initiative.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
Okay,
So I
I
think
guess-
we got this all set up.
Make this my.
If you guys have any more
That's
questions about this or the other one, let me know. You can be thinking about your characters for this and the other game, of course.
Wait, Abby, do you need to look for characters?
Yeah, I don't have to do it right this second though. I
Mm.
work here.
You broke them. Okay.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah, I think that's good. If you guys want to play around with Exploding Kittens, we could. I'm not sure how much you guys are like.
Well, it's 5:11 now. I'm kind
We
of
can play
hungry.
it when we get back. That's what I was thinking.
Well, we're planning on. Are we gonna do that game?
Well, we're setting up a game in there on the couch to play. So it's gonna be a
Using
little different.
PS4.
Yeah, we're playing. So we're playing a video game, co-op
Whoa.
couch video game. Yeah.
We could always play that another time.
Okay. Well, we'll do that. We'll definitely play Exploding Kittens in the future. So stay tuned for that. Catch us tonight. We'll be playing a game called Nidhogg, which is based off of Norse mythology. The game itself doesn't really seem based off that, but there's basically an ancient serpent or dragon that goes by that name, and basically we will be trying to fence each other with rapiers and trying to beat each other, and it's kind of a tug of war type game. If you have not seen it, it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I played it once like 5 years ago, and you never played it, right? And I'm assuming you never played it. Zach's never played it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll catch you there. We're looking at that being around 8 p.m., but we'll see. Might be a little earlier.
It might be
a little
earlier
later.
just because it is 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it is a little earlier for us as far as in stream, so we might be a little earlier for that. But we'll see. Just stay tuned in the Discord. That's where we'll do the update. And thank you so much again for watching, and we appreciate it. Stay awesome.
See you guys.
Alright, I'm putting my pants back on. I'm tired of you making me not